Top diplomats of United States and China met in Indonesia on the sidelines of the G20 foreign ministers meeting. In the first in-person talks since last October, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to have talks about cooperation between the two countries. With the West isolating Russia of its invasion of Ukraine and uncertainties rising on the global economy, China and the United States have both made cautious moves to keep a lead on their own differences. According to China's foreign ministry, the two superpowers seek to reduce tensions. The meeting will further set the stage for virtual talks, which is expected in the coming weeks between Presidents Joe Biden and Xi Jinping.
There is no substitute for face-to-face or sometimes mask-to-mask diplomacy. In a relationship as complex and consequential as the one between the United States and China, there is a lot to talk about. I'm very much looking forward to a productive and constructive conversation.
中美作为两个大国，我们当然需要保持我们的正常的交往，同时通过我们双方共同的努力，来推动两国关系回到正确的轨道。那么要坚持习主席所提出的相互尊重、和平共处、合作共赢的原则，这要符合两个人民利益，也符合国际社会的期待。
At a time when the West is focused on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the world's two largest economies have stepped up interactions. Daniel Crittenbrink, the top U.S. diplomat for East Asia, said that Blinken seeks to set guardrails in the relationship between the two countries. Since last month, the United States and China have also held talks between their defense, finance and national security chiefs and top military commanders. But tensions remain high, especially on Taiwan, with the United States airing concerns about China stepping up pressure on the self-ruling democracy.
I conveyed the deep concerns of the United States regarding Beijing's increasingly provocative rhetoric and activity toward Taiwan and the vital importance of maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait.
Well, apart from Taiwan, tensions have also been simmering over trade wars and the Uyghur genocide for a long time now. But 2022 brought two new challenges. First, the Russia-Ukraine war. The US and China are at polar opposites. Washington has extended its full support to Ukraine, while Beijing rebranded its relations with Moscow as no limits friendship and did not condemn Russia for its invasion. In fact, China slammed the West for a barrage of sanctions. 2022 has also brought China's hostility in the Indo-Pacific to the forefront. Countries like India, Australia, Japan have been calling for unity. And in a very expected move, US has tagged along. This became one of the top agendas in this year's Quad Summit also. Even neutral countries like New Zealand have raised a red flag. Keeping these issues in mind, during the meeting, Antony Blinken decided to bring up Russia and raised concerns over Russia's alignment with China's Wang Yi.
I shared again with State Councilor that we are concerned about the PRC's alignment with Russia. Now, what you hear from Beijing is that it claims to be neutral. I would start with the proposition that it's pretty hard to be neutral when it comes to this aggression. There's a clear aggressor, there's a clear victim.
Further, the U.S. Secretary of State also showed support towards Ukraine and confirmed further assistance.
We'll continue to provide humanitarian assistance to the Ukrainian people. Today I can announce the United States will provide nearly $368 million in additional support, including food, safe drinking water, cash assistance, emergency health care, shelter, as well as support to coordination among humanitarian organizations that are doing so much of this critical work on the ground.
So with geopolitics and a list of latent issues at play, how do China and US plan to stabilize their relationship? Some say talks between Biden and Xi Jinping could help.
To live without multilateralism. I'm sure.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.